Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you as always for being here. I really do appreciate you guys, especially when you guys are here interacting down in the comment section. Love chatting with you guys. And what I want to talk about today is Assemble AI, ASM, little gem of a microcap AI agent. We got some updates. So in this video, I'm going to jump straight to it. And I want to talk about the V2 upgrade that was just released this week, what implications it means, and what's coming up next for us to look forward to in the next quarter and the next coming year with Assemble AI in general, point swap, all that wonderful stuff. So I'm just going to hop right into it. So let's go ahead and talk. I'm going to pull up momentarily Twitter to pull into what they have been posting, and let's just kind of go through this together, shall we? So right here on their main page, this was one that I kept, and let's look at this. So this is about their V2 upgrade for, well, version 2. It was a major update, an overhaul that they did for several different things. We were waiting for this to come out halfway through November, and they ended up needing to push it back just because they had a few bugs to fix. I was perfectly fine with that. I'd rather people take time and not half-ass updates and upgrades. So what we have here is they gave a brief just overview as to what happened, what the V2 upgrade is, and some of the highlights here, guys, is one's the institutional API launch. In short, I wish they advertised this more clearly, that they're currently working closely with Binance. Because what this is now officially everything that Binance puts out as far as data and articles comes out on NS3 app as well, and vice versa. So they're actually tying even closer now with Binance, and they're working on getting this same level of a connection with CoinGecko. It's just to put their product out there more. Again, the journalism, that's their products. The more companies that see it, the more they can pay to have it promoted. The more that retail jumps in and uses it, the more interaction it gets. It's good stuff. So that's part one. News importance algorithm. They're now going to guide news a little bit more regionally into the specifics. So it's just making it so that way the news that comes up first is a little bit more relative. And I think they had this in another post, but they also now have the filter feature in the new upgraded NS3 app, which if you guys haven't checked it out in the last week, it should seem a little different to you. They now have a filter where you can go ahead and put in what crypto you want to have news about, and they will just highlight or send only those articles to you, and then you can go back in and do your normal search. But I thought that was kind of cool to keep updated with things that are specific to what you want. I'm expecting that to be the kind of transition in for their Bitcoin insights that I'm waiting to hear back from them more about that, because I like that concept for several reasons. We'll talk more about that down the road. They say there's been enhanced insight, which pretty much means their AI agents, there's a little bit more of them, they're working a little faster, they're doing a little bit more with their news flash, where there's just, we'll call it urgent news, and just keeping things a little bit more up to date, though honestly I thought they always did really well with that. If we come back here, yep, V2 has been released for about a week. Galaxy, they had a good little expedition launch from it. I did not get involved. I played around there a little bit. You can farm some crypto and earn some stuff just by learning and playing around ecosystems. And when they have these journeys, they say it's pretty much you get more rewards, in this case ASM, for playing around on it. If you haven't checked out Galaxy, it might be worth your time. And here's about the news filters. I thought it was here somewhere. Just again, allows you to guide what information comes to you a little bit sooner. So that's all good stuff with the upgrade. They're just improving their product. They made it more multilingual, so that way there are more languages with less translation errors into it. So they're really expanding upon the regions, and really for the product, that's something we really want to see. So now if we just take a couple of seconds, let's take a quick look at the charts in CoinMarketCap. So here, looking by the all-time, yeah, it is what it is. The year doesn't look too much better. But when we look recently on the monthly, we're getting trading volume. We've been stuck here. Actually, we're up a little bit compared to where I've been seeing us by about half of a part of a penny. But I like seeing a little bit more up and downs. This is because this is now more than just bot trading. There's a few of you guys that I've talked to specifically on X that have mentioned about how there is routine bot trading on ASM, and that is very common for microcaps. They do it to show that there's trading volume. Also, it allows them to see if something changes. They get a nice little sporadic baseline, so this way they can tell if there was a big trade or if there was honestly something worse like a hack or something. They'll be able to notice a lot more. So good to see we've been having increased volume and a little bit more in the greens. Now clearly we're still having a lot of selling pressure. Pretty much when we get to around where we are right now, I'll call it 0.0075 is where we seem to get a lot of selling pressure. If we look at this line right here, it's been an area of support and an area of resistance a lot. So what we're looking for good news long term is to get a weekly close back up closer to the 0.008. We've touched there several times. Eventually it's going to break. It's just a good accumulation period right now, guys. And the AI narrative is starting to pump a little bit. Specifically, I've noticed with Render, and I haven't checked BitTensor Tau or some of the other ones, but I've been following Render a little bit because oh, by the way, guys, FYI, I guess, I bought a small bag of Render to use as a swing trade about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, because I know RenderCon is coming up, and that tends to be a gradual increased catalyst that is likely going to be a sell the news after RenderCon comes. But I'm seeing if I can get a little 20 to 50% or more swing trade off of it. So just because I don't have a Discord group, I have no intent for it, not right now, but I want to keep you guys a little bit more updated on what I'm doing. It's just a philosophy thing for it. But we'll see if this AI, if this turns into a real pump. Awesome, Assemble AI should really benefit from that as well, being a micro cap. But we'll end up seeing. So the only other little update is with the point swap. We're still expecting the end of March. We needed this upgrade because they didn't state it on their Twitter feed there. But a big part of the upgrade was security. Not just security of making people don't get in, but making sure that people aren't cheating the system for the ASM swap, making sure that everything is set for being able to do the swaps via a link and pretty much just a swap database. So they're clearly finalized that stuff because they were waiting to release V2 for that. So I'm expecting we're going to hear very soon about the point swap for the next 2 weeks because they still clarified it's going to be the end of March. And I'm not expecting to give too much details until like the last minute, to be honest. One, it doesn't behoove them to do so. And so I'd expect that we're just going to wake up one day sometime in the last 3 days of March and we'll see a post saying, click here for the point swap and details. So we'll end up seeing how that one goes. So as you guys might know, this is the only microcap I'm really still into. I decided to hold on to it for various reasons. Mainly that it's got a product, they're actually making money from it, and it's a bear market, guys, right? They are busy working. They're having more connections, they're upgrading their platform, they're pushing through with the roadmap. And they've survived a long time. They've actually been around for a lot longer than many more years than people think. So there's my spiel. I feel like I was starting to get in a ramble mode. Kind of sorry for that, guys. If you're here, you're probably used to it. But let me know your questions and thoughts. I'm always love being in communication with you guys and the team. And again, you guys can always reach out to them too. It is not a privilege just to me. I'll always encourage it. I've put the link down below a few times. If I remember, I'll do it again. Or if you guys want to ask me questions, to ask them. Feel free. I got no issues doing it. Let me know anything else you guys have below. I look forward to talking to you guys again. Have a great one. Peace.